Hi, everybody. So, today I want to speak on, once again, sexuality, but how sexuality incorporates with spirituality or the conscious awakening of your mind. So, I'm going to talk about my own personal journey, okay? Um, and let me start off with when I was younger, right? So, when I was younger, um, I had not been fully aware of like my fluidity until I had started watching porn, and then I'm gonna be honest on this channel, right? Um, until I started watching porn, right, and I started getting into that addiction mode, and it was sort of like it's like when you take drugs, like it's like when I smoked weed, and like I would secretly do it without anybody knowing, but it was like, oh my god, like it's amazing because it's even better than when like it's you're free to do it. It's like a getaway. It's like a paradise, right? So like I would constantly do that as a getaway to connect with that sexual part of me that I wasn't expanding and wasn't being aware of. Um, and so gay porn, straight porn, I would watch. I would watch all of it. It was just all an incorporation. Um, and so I constant masturbator, okay, until I was about let's say maybe 15, 16 is when 15, yeah, 15, because 15 I started like working out, and I started getting my health right, my physical body right. I wasn't fully aware of the spiritual, this conscious awakening I was going to go through, but I was aware of my physical awakening, what I was doing for my physical body, right? And that elevates your spiritual body as well. But so all throughout middle school and even elementary school I was bullied, and I kept this part hidden, but in middle school, people knew. Even elementary school, I used to hang out with, it's not that like, oh, you can't have friends that are girls, but it's the way I acted, it's the way I portrayed myself, it's the persona that I had on. And even when I was a kid, like I used to play with Barbie dolls. I used to dress up as a witch, like put on high heels and everything. Um, but witchy things, whatever. But I was just more into the feminine, like the beauty of things. And that's not a female thing. That's not a gay thing. That's just a feminine aspects. It's being able to see the creation in everything and how everything grows and how everything's beautiful. I still have an obsession, but I like with all hair, like literally all hair, and I can do makeup. I like doing hair. I like to, like doing things for people. I like taking care of people's physical. I like looking good. I like smelling good. All right, I like tasting good. I like looking good. I like it all good. I like it all nice. All right, no matter what situation I've been in. And so middle school I was bullied, and just you know being naturally awakened, you can feel people's judgments, feel people's expectations for you, okay? And especially at home, even at home when you're told to stop acting away because it's like gay or it's female or it looks like this and you're being labeled, that puts a dent in you. That makes you feel less of who you are and already hiding everything. Because now it's like, oh damn, like I see the perspective now. And my father's side, I did have I had a gay couple on lesbian aunts, and then I had a gay uncle. But see, I wasn't aware of me being gay. I was more aware of like me just having this sexual like attraction to men. And so like I didn't put the two together as like, oh, I'm emotionally attracted to men. And so like I didn't have crushes. I only sexually liked what I was seeing on Pornhub. I would date females and I would watch females on porn too, but it was this other part of me that was hiding. And this was the part of my consciousness, my shadow self. And I'm still, it's awakening, right? But I got made fun of because of the little shit I would do in school. And I was always taught, like, never let nobody disrespect you. Never let nobody, do that shit. Respect you. Respect who you are, right? And so, you know, I didn't correct it in the healthiest manner. Um, I I did sometimes I had bullied back, but sometimes I did speak my mind, but in a way that wasn't like it was fraudulent. It wasn't like it wasn't me. I was scared. Like I was like, I have fear. Not only because they're addressing something that I haven't addressed within myself, but the fact that they notice or that they're just pushing that out there. And it's just always been like a thing with people. People have always suspected it in a way because of I'm just who I am. But that doesn't mean anything, right? That is just who I am. I'm a clean cut person. I like things nice. I like things, I like looking good. I like taking care of myself. I walk a certain way. I talk a certain way. I use my hands. I'm creative. That doesn't mean that I'm gay or that I'm bisexual or that I'm sexually fluid. That just means I'm that type of human being. So when I'm around 15, 16, 15, um, it's like this this like pulsating feeling, like the word gay and this whole attribute of myself starts awakening as I'm awakening in my consciousness, right? So as I expand into the higher dimensions, my mind has to release what's within in the lower dimensions, because in the lower dimensions it's like an inward, in the higher dimensions it's like expansive, right? So like I had to release and clear my vessel inwardly, right? You're getting me? I had to clear my mind, my inward, my heart, my solar plex, my sacral plexus, my sexual activity, my emotions, my feelings, my desires, my truth, right? I had to open this up to really awakening to my true power, right? Um, and so I started, you know, just having that mental understanding, and then other things that came up about my own sexual abuse, my own sexual trauma from when I was a kid, and this is something that I had to heal from. It's something that I had to push through and that I had to address. Because I didn't just hide away, I had to address it. I had to make a stand on it because I knew I was strong enough and I had to say something. And in all this time frame, I also had came out to my father and I had came out to my mother. Um, and I had came out to some people that needed to hear my truth. I had lied to a lot of people. I was lying to myself, so you're gonna lie to other people. It's crazy how that works. When somebody's lying to you, you just know that they're lying to themselves. That's it. And so this was an incredible awakening part of my life. Not only did it stop the emotional trauma that I was putting on myself, but it stopped the mental trauma, the mental baggage I was having. And, so I started exploring that part of myself. Once I had been honest about it, I started exploring that part of myself. You know, I opened myself up to that. I had my experience with it. It's something that I hid for so long that I wanted to know about, right? I wanted to understand more. Don't knock over the camera, please. Can you come over here? Anyways, come here. But it's something that I had to explore, and so I explored it. I went on my thing. Come on. Come on. And I did my thing. And I don't regret any of it because I validated myself, right? I was able to open myself up to that. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all the bullying. I'm grateful for everything I went to, honestly. It all expanded me. And That's what we got to realize. Everything is happening for us, not against us, right? It's all to help us grow, to interdimensionally expand, right? So now, okay, we're in, my spiritual journey, and like I said in my last video, I had dormanted my sexual energy before I had these sexual encounters. And this is what helped me understand my truth. So once I opened up my sexual energy and I was ready to, either distribute it or whatever I was doing with it, um, I was more clear minded about it. And this is what helped me separate these the patterns, the cycles, and the unhealthiness from my true self, from my higher consciousness, which is pure love. It's pure fluidity. It's everything. And so once I awakened to that, and that's when I had my sexual experiences with the male figure, and I was able to open up to that. And so once I opened up to that, I started understanding about more with energy. I already been very, into everything. I'd already been very dimensionally aware of all the things I was, manifesting, all the things I was creating, all the things on my purpose, right? I was understanding of my purpose on this earth, and in this lifetime. Not only on this earth, but in this lifetime. Because it's more than earth we affect as beings. But once I had been able to, feel into everything, right? I was getting on a regimen with my sexual energy. And we're talking physical, right? I'm talking more of a sexual energy. I'm not talking just the emotions, because that comes in later. So after my, the experiences with more of a male figure, I had started opening up to maybe having a relationship with the dude, okay? And I had one, and it was a teaching lesson, right? We all go through teaching lessons. And after that, didn't have a serious relationship. And then I had another one. This taught me, a lot. And that was my latest, most recent, which was a couple long months ago. But I was very mentally still healing. And so I couldn't be fully mature and fully present in my relationship. And neither could they. Because we attract our own shadow selves, right? And this is something that's important for us to see and understand within us. But after that, during that partner, and even before that partner, I had been learning about cultivating energy. Okay? And why I want to bring up cultivating energy again is because of the fact that our sexual energy, our preference, it doesn't matter who we preference, because we can still cultivate our energy with any gender, right? But it's important to heal this sacral plexus, which is what you're doing when you cultivate the energy. And this allows you to be more connected with your sexuality. Because when we are not sexually connected with ourselves, then we're not connected fully with our spirituality, okay? Sex is literally an act of sacred, literally, it's sacred. In the Indonesian region, there's the book of the Kama Sutra. Not only that, but they teach us about the different body types, the different. I don't want to say it wrong, so I'm not gonna use a word because I don't want to mess up the word. But it's different body types that can that are different sexual energies, and it's just all around a very sacred thing, because our sexuality is sacred. No matter if we're into women, no matter if we're men, because we're all love. That's all this is about. Sex is a sacred act of love. Even if it's an inward thing, even if it's a selfish thing, that you're trying to receive something. You're trying to get the pleasure, trying to get off, right? It becomes a lower dimensional thing. And lower dimensional isn't bad. It's just, it's more inwards. It's more like, and it, outward is more like higher dimensional, which is just like expansive. And that's in a higher expansive, a higher dimensional sex is being giving and receiving at the same time. And that's it's like a pause. It's like boom, 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 boom. And it's like it just elevates that level. But I'm trying to incorporate the sexual and the emotional because they're connected as one. Because our sexual energy is how we receive and feel, And so having the connection with understanding your sexual preference is so important because you would never be able to fully awaken your mind or your body without that. Once you get past and uncover the shadow parts of yourself, you're able to just transform, right? It's like, boom, we release all the baggage. Depression, anxiety, these things can just flow away. There are other ways to, work with that. And sometimes it's more than, that, obviously. Everybody has their own things going on. But it all relates to a spiritual level, no matter what. It's not just a chemical imbalance. And so, when we're able to connect with our sacred sex, our sacred sexuality, we are able to give love to everybody. Okay? I'm going to say as myself, being fluidity, finding men and females very attractive, right? Although sometimes I find men very attractive, more attractive. It's just a preference, But it's an equal fluidity. Sometimes it's this, sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. And so, in my experience, I have lost friends. I have lost them as partners in my life that were, fully there for me, or seemed to be, or like spoke it. And once I started dressing exactly how I wanted, once I started, just being free, not even talking how I wanted, because I already did, but it's like I controlled myself. I controlled how I walked. I controlled how I spoke. I controlled a lot of things so people wouldn't think I was gay or think I was feminine, Because I'm a feminine goddess. I'm a fucking god, right? So, like, I hold the feminine energy. I hold the yoni, and I hold the lingam, right? Alright? I have a yoni and I have a lingam. And if you know anybody, about Shiva and that whole story, it's like that. But, and the yoni is a vagina, basically. It's like it's the creation space. That's what it means. And I have a creation space. I have a penis. I have something that holds the universe. Right? My balls hold the universe. My sperm holds the universe. It holds the stars. So I'm everything. Right? And so my experience, once again, my perspective, my experience, I have been able to connect to men in ways that I have not been able to. Not relationship, not attractivity, friendships, right? I had like this disconnect with friendships as a kid. And it's because of unhealed masculine energy, unhealed feminine energy, unhealed male trauma. And so, the bullying came from men most of the time. And so I had to work with this. And now my connection with dudes, I can have friends. And it's healthy. They don't look at me as like, oh, he's gonna like, be attracted to me, or he's gonna flirt with me, or he's gonna do this and that. Like, no, I have a genuine connection. I have a genuine friendship not only because I'm fluid, but because I could be gay and have a genuine friendship with a dude. It doesn't make a difference. I have a gay friend that we're friends. We're amazing friends, right? And we grow so much from each other, and we're just friends, and that's what I love it as. I also have straight male friends, And obviously, there's this whole thing with gay men or bisexual men and females, having friends as females. Just because I can connect with the feminine energy on a certain level. Very certain level, a high level. Because me, myself, I like to be with my feminine energy. I like to flow. I like to go. I like to create. I like to dance. I like to move. I like to be empowered with my whole body. And so, just my point is awakening to your sexuality allows you to connect to everybody in ways that you could never understand and connect with yourself. Ooh, how to get good neck crack. That throat chakra speaking its truth, so it's awakening. But this is important. It's important for us to love each other, no matter who we are, no matter what what somebody's going through. No matter what, like fighting, bullying, hating, none of it's needed. I've learned that when people, you don't have to break people off that are like that in your life, but it's healthy to set boundaries, Change that fucking conversation. When they start talking about, be like, I don't do that. That's not for me. And that's what I had to learn to do. But you can connect in any way, alright? I am not a straight man, and I'm not a fully gay man. So I'm not gonna speak on that situation, how a masculine man puts his perceivings or a feminine, all the way gay man puts it. But I'm gonna let you see the diversity of both, because I'm everything. I am oneness with my all. And we are all like this. We are all divinely in love with everybody. That doesn't mean that you're gay or bisexual. It just means that we're all love. We're made of love. That's how we feel. I feel this rock because my nerve endings allow me to. My nerve endings send the energy, vibration, and expand it through my body, right? It sends it to my brain, which is a crystal receiver. It's a crystal energy that's expansive. That's why our brain is large. But I just wanted to give a message that connecting your sexuality and your spirituality doesn't have to be different. I thought, in my own experience, I thought that I couldn't be gay. I thought that that liking men or even loving men in a friendship way, even not even a relationship, but simply as a friendship, was wrong. It was not. I wasn't capable of doing that. It was a past life issue, or it was karmic debt, and I truly believed that. And I was trying to fight it, even on my spiritual journey. But when you have to fight something, it's not meant to be. No. If you have to fight it, cut it. If you have to fight it, cut it. Anything that is meant to be will flow, okay? You don't gotta push it a bit. Everything will flow that is truly for you in your highest good. Everything comes to us that we need, that we want, when it's in our higher divine purpose. And so, evaluate yourself, meditate, bathe, drink water, eat your fruit, citric fruit, watermelon, pineapple, kiwi, oranges, mangoes, anything that is an orange or green vegetable or fruit, eat it. Obviously, I'm not gonna give you no meat or dairy products because I'm plant-based. So I believe that our nourishment comes straight from the beauty of the earth, not from another being that I can connect with in that way, or that is walking and that is moving like that. But get these nourishments from your vegetables and fruit, because they will help you transform your physical, your mental, your emotional, and your spiritual body. Listen to vibrations. Listen to beautiful music. All right? Listen to beautiful music because music is like so beautiful. It's amazing. And it heals. You know, do some ohms because that'll help you transform and transcend. Okay? I really suggest, looking into Tantra. Because as a 17-year-old, 16, 15, 14, we must learn how to start cultivating our energy. Not jerking off and just releasing it, you know? Like, that's all I did. And so I'm realizing that we're such more powerful. We're such more powerful when we can cultivate it. We become like more electric. We're like hyperspace dimensional. I'm saying words now. But we become amazing. And we're already amazing. But we expand even more. But Tantra. Okay. Chi energy. Building your chi. Massage. Massage your body. I love massaging my body. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love when people massage my own body. But that's another thing. But massages are amazing for your muscles. They release the energy that has been tense, allowing you to see into the energy that you need to see in. Because being tense doesn't allow your mind to be clear. It doesn't allow your mind to build. It doesn't allow your muscles to build. It actually contracts. When you're tense, it starts contracting your muscles, just like your mind. When you don't allow it to be free, it contracts. I hope that this video was helpful. I'm very grateful to be able to be on this YouTube and helping you discover about spirituality, consciousness, interdimensionality. These are my own words I created. Don't come at me. I'm allowed to create my own lingo and everything. That's my business. But y'all have an amazing day. Well, actually, it's like getting evening, so I have an amazing evening, you know. But I love you all. Peace.